What's going on, everybody? I got a bonus video for you today. Next to me is my buddy Deshaun, who is going to get into the vlogging on YouTube. So when he gets his channel squared away, I'll put the links below and you can see him. Deshaun, you are an Oakland Raiders fan.
Yes, I am.
And we are going to the Seattle Seahawks Oakland Raiders preseason game. So we are going to get a perspective from an Oakland Raiders fan. A little bonus video for you guys. So before I ask questions about the team, why exactly are you an Oakland Raiders fan?
My dad's actually an Oakland Raiders fan. I mean, he was born in '59, so he went through the AFL era. So before then, there wasn't a team in Seattle, so he decided to latch on to the Oakland Raiders. So I mean, and ever since then, he's been a Raiders fan. He's never given up that drive to be a Raiders fan, and I kind of share that love along with him.
Okay, and how long have you supported the Silver and Black?
I've supported Silver and Black from what I can remember, about '84-ish.
84?
Yeah.
You have the exact year down?
Yeah, for the most part.
Okay, now I understand that you do not like to relive this day. In fact, you kind of roll your eyes every single time I bring this up. But what was it like to have? Because I haven't experienced. I have experienced something like this. But what was it like waking up Super Bowl Sunday before your Raiders got thrashed by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Well, because I think that was your only Super Bowl. Isn't that your only Super Bowl?
That's not the only Super Bowl. We won in '84 against the Redskins. That was Black Sunday. We put the hurt on them, and we won before that. I can't remember who we played because that was before I was born.
Okay, but what was it like for the most recent one?
For the most recent one, I was excited at the beginning of the game.
Obviously.
But as the game went on, I realized that it was completely nerve-wracking. The Oakland Raider team that I saw during the regular season was not the team that was being represented on the field on Super Bowl Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
That and, you know, when you have a coach that just coached there last season and got fired for no reason, he had something to prove. He didn't want to just, you know, win. He wanted to basically jab a knife into the heart of everything that was Oakland Raiders and Al Davis, which I don't blame him at the end of the day.
Definitely with Al Davis being such a controversial sports owner, as we've talked about many times off camera. All right, so let's talk about this year's team. They're coming off an 8-8 year, best year since the Super Bowl. Now, a lot of Oakland Raider fans are not very happy about the firing of. I'm drawing a blank
Tom
here.
Cable?
Tom Cable, thank you. But there is
He's working for you guys.
Yeah, I know. I should know that. Yeah. But anyway, but there is a perspective, at least from one guy on YouTube, who you probably know who you are, who actually said that Tom Cable was a tool and he was not the reason for the success that the Raiders had last year. Do you think that was the case, or do you think that there was another reason for why the Raiders were 8-8 and had their best year since the Super Bowl?
I think. First of all, I did at the beginning think that Tom Cable was a tool. First of all, you don't go around, throwing jabs at, fellow coworkers, physically.
Right.
He had that incident with I don't remember the guy's name, but lower level, worker for the Raiders for talking mess, and that's something you don't do because again, it's all about public perception. When you do things like that, yeah, it makes you seem like someone who doesn't take any mess, but at the same time, physical assault never gets anything done. But that being said, he did have that Raider mentality that's constantly talked about, that drive to be hard-nosed and that commitment to excellence and, getting to the point where you can just win. And I think he brought that mentality to the team. So in that sense, he did a great job as a coach. I actually wish that he was still there. I think that Al Davis eventually realized that he didn't want to do things the Al Davis way, and therefore that's something that Al Davis can't stand. And if you can't do it his way, you have to get out of the way.
All right. So now, in terms of the season, what are you looking for this season? Because unlike last year, I mean, you're not playing the NFC West, so obviously that's going to play a factor in your record, of course.
I'm living on a prayer at this time. If we can make it to 8-8, if we can absolutely make it to 8-8, I'll be satisfied. But given the fact that new coach, possibly new offense. I honestly, I can see 4-12. I really don't want to have to sit through that again. I mean, the offensive line as a whole is still intact. We lost Nnamdi Asomugha. We lost Zach Miller.
Yes,
tight end.
He played for us.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So we lost a really reliable tight end, and we also lost Nnamdi Asomugha to free agency, which I think Al Davis is an idiot for not spending the money to keep him there. I mean, he's a part of that core of the defense, and he was a leader in that department. So why let him go to a team? Now, granted, it's to a team that's not going to affect us in the long run. So
yeah, us.
That's all.
Well, it's going to affect you tonight.
Well, yeah.
I mean, because preseason.
Well, yeah, Zach Miller does, but now he's playing in the NFC, so it's not going to affect us in the
that's good. Now, I'm going to throw you a loop for the final question. My buddy Hans, who is wearing his Tatupu jersey over here, he came up with this suggestion. As you know, Quest Field recently had its name changed to CenturyLink Field. For those of you who do not know, Quest Field is now CenturyLink Field. And regardless of what CenturyLink thinks, the stadium actually has gotten the nickname the Clink, and we feel, and Hans over here thinks that that's kind of not the perception of Seahawks fans. And he was thinking, maybe the Oakland Coliseum should have the nickname the Clink because of the black hole. There was recently a shooting with Oakland Raider fans, unfortunately, that killed some people with the Niners game. So how about the Oakland Coliseum having the nickname the Clink? What are your thoughts on that?
If you got to give a stadium the Clink, you got to give it to Cincinnati.
You got to give it to Cincinnati. Oh, okay, all right.
Get arrested all the time. I mean, Oakland Raider players get arrested, and yes, I've actually never been to a game in the Oakland Coliseum. That's something I plan to do, later on in life. But yeah, it's rough fan base down there. I mean, they don't take any mess, and especially if you are a San Diego Chargers fan, forget about it. Don't even bother stepping foot in the city of Oakland with Charger gear on. I mean, that's what I've heard just from people who live in Oakland. It's like, man, if you got powder blue on, forget about it. Don't even bother.
Gotcha. All right.
Black hole is definitely more acceptable from an ownership standpoint, though.
All right. Well, there's your perspective from an Oakland Raiders fan. Again, Deshaun will have his blog up soon. What are you going to be talking about? I'm
going to be talking about a variety of sports. Some sports that I know a lot about, others that I don't know so much about. It's going to be a hodgepodge of just sports tomfoolery. It's going to be great.
All right. So when he gets his channel up, I'll have the link below, and you can view my buddy. So thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time on my vlog.
Go Raiders!
Go Seahawks.